sunlight, temperance, air, rest, and trust. This is our on information. Welcome, 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 and welcome. Hello in all your languages. Our objectives are: 1, to meet your needs and provide support; 2, to draw sin-sick men and women to the man of Calvary, Jesus Christ; and number 3, to provide health suggestions for educational purposes only. Now, where are you linking us from? Please put it in the chat. Where are you linking us from? Did you put it in the chat? Thank you. Thank you for joining. Is this your first time? Please send us your email. Yes, we do have lifestyle coaches. This is a number. Oh yeah! And yes, we do take donations. Thank you.
I will introduce our speaker for the hour. And she is Gospel Medical Missionary Donnelly Peterkin. She's an RN. And today our topic of presentation is why Detox. Support your body built-in cleanup crew through juicing. And this is part 2, and it is the joy of juicing, juice fasting, and detox. We have a disclaimer for this program. This information is intended for educational purpose only and is not meant to substitute for medical advice or diagnosis or treatment. And Sister Donnelly Peterkin comes to us from the beautiful island of Jamaica, West Indies, and she brings over 35 years of experience as a registered nurse. She's a wife, a mom of 2 boys, one grown, one still keeping her on her toes, and sometimes who carries a genuine heart, someone who carries a genuine heart for people. About 11 years ago, when she joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church, she was introduced to the health message, which completely changed her journey since then. Donnelly has been passionate about learning and sharing natural, God-approved ways of healing. She loves helping people, understands how the body works, how God's designed it to restore itself, and how simple lifestyle choices can make a powerful difference. Her greatest joy is seeing people well, thriving, and ultimately prepared for God's kingdom. Donnelly is also our resident nurse here at Healing of the Nations Ministry. She is a steady support to this work and a familiar face on our Extending Our Life Naturally program. If you have ever joined us on the second Sabbath of the month, you will probably see her hosting, encouraging, and doing what she does best, helping people live healthier, more intentional lives. I now present to you Sister Donnelly Peterkin. Can go ahead. Please remember to link the link. This is a very important program. Call your friends, your family members, so that they can join in and experience this impactful presentation.
Thank you, Thank you, Sister Lorna. Thank you so much. Everybody, Sister Lorna is our new member of the team, and in time, she will be in this seat again. I know you have seen her before presenting about her journey on diabetes, and she will be back because she also has some valuable information that she can impart to us so we can all learn. Thank you again, Sister Lorna. I am delighted to be back here this evening with the second part of this presentation. And before I start, I would just like to offer up a word of prayer. Let us pray. Father in heaven, we give you thanks for this another Sabbath afternoon that you have given to us, that we can come to share and to learn from each other as well. We thank you for your love, your grace, your mercy, your compassion, and your goodness towards us, even when we are undeserving. We ask, Lord, as this presentation goes forth, that you will give me clarity. And I pray that those who are on the line, you will give us listening ears and open minds and hearts so that we'll be able to learn how to improve our health. Bless us as we go, keep our internet stable. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Again, welcome everyone for joining us this evening. We are going to talk about juicing. This is the time, like the beginning of the year. I know we are at the end of the month, and we did a lot of things that maybe predisposed us to unhealthful. We engage in a lot of unhealthful practices that predispose us to disease. And one of the ways that I've learned that we can get rid of some of the things that we have, sometimes you just need a good cleanse and a good detox. And there are many ways that this can be accomplished, but this evening we're going to get into the juicing. I am currently building a little program that is way more intense than this, but just for introduction as to what you can start doing, I have made this little presentation from a few authors that I have read their writings on detox. John Colbert was is one of the main authors that I like of all the things that I have read. And so a lot of what you will be seeing this evening will be from his writings about detox, coupled with there is a medical missionary. Her name is Dr. Melita. I don't know how many of you have heard about her, but she is great too. I like what she teaches, and I took a few excerpts from what she has taught me following her and interacting with her. Also from the Juice Bible. It's most of what the Juice Bible has, John Colbert corroborates it. So yeah. The last time we spoke, we talked about why detox matters. And I want somebody, two people in the chat, to tell me, why is it that we need to detox? Either you can open your mics or you can type it in the chat. Tell me, what did you learn in part one, that would tell you why you need to detox? Anybody?
Hello. Food have parasites and so forth.
Thank you. That sounds like Sister Martinez.
God created food to be our medicine for our bodies. Fruits and vegetables is used to heal and restore.
Thank you so much. I see somebody here put in the chat, clarity of the mind. All right. Thank you so much. Now, this evening, I said we're going to talk about juicing. Now, it's always amusing to me when my coworkers, because they know what I stand for, right? They go down the hill and there's this little restaurant that has a juicer with some vegetables and some fruits. And then they come back with this green juice or maybe purple sometimes or whatever colors vegetables or fruits they choose. And they go, see, Miss Peterkin, I'm eating healthy. And then after that, that's in the morning usually. And then after that, or at lunchtime. And then after that, you see them, they come from down the hill again with a burger and some fries and, you know, something that totally obliterates the juice that they drank in the morning. So it's always funny. It's always so amusing to me. So this evening, we're going to look into how we juice to detox and support our body systems. Sister Lorna already read the disclaimer, so I will not go into that right now. Juicing. What is juice fasting? Also known as juice cleansing, is a short diet where only fruits and fruit juices are consumed. It is often promoted for a detoxification and weight loss. Periodic fasting is like periodic house cleaning. You may have a regular routine of house cleaning that includes dusting, vacuuming, mopping floors, cleaning bathrooms, etc. But once per year, we go after the hidden dirt and grime. We wash curtains, pull out furniture. Anybody can tell me, if you are from the Caribbean, I understand that some of the Caribbean people do the same thing that we do in Jamaica. If you are from the Caribbean, raise your hands as to who does this still, because I know growing up in Jamaica, we used to do that. On Christmas time, everybody starts cleaning. We take down the curtains, we change the bathroom rugs. All right, okay. I see the hands going up right now. Yes. And I still do that kind of stuff. Only this Christmas, I didn't go all out because I didn't have time. But this is something that we do very often. See, our bodies are no different. Our bodies need regular, thorough cleaning from toxins to function at peak efficiency. The longer, where do the toxins come from? We talked about that in the last presentation. The longer we live on this toxic earth, because they're everywhere, right? Remember we said that? The more we absorb and collect toxins in our tissues, the toxins are stored in the tissues of our bodies, especially in the fatty tissues. And I remember saying the last time, the fatter we are, the more toxins we have. The liver also stores some toxins that it cannot break down and excrete. Juice fasting is an effective way to help your body eliminate toxins. So sometimes we just accept that, okay, the toxins are there, but we should never accept it. Since the burden of toxins has built up in our body over time, you may have learned to accept the fatigue and the general lack of vitality that toxicity causes. You will simply be amazed at how much better you will feel after freeing your body of its toxic burden. I don't juice as much anymore, but when I used to, you feel so much lighter. Now, here are some nutritional statistics. The USDA, the Surgeon General, the National Cancer Institute, and the US Department of Health and Human Services all recommend that we eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, plus 2 to 4 servings of fruit. 2 to 4 servings of fruit per day to maintain your health. This is potentially 9 cups of vegetables and fruit per day. The minimum amount of fruits and vegetables recommended per day is 5. That is 3 vegetables, and 2 fruits. Because of this, many Americans suffer from nutritional deficiencies, including vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Example, folate, B12, B6, to prevent elevated homocysteine levels, which puts you at risk for heart disease, stroke, and blood clots. If you talk to the average physician, right, you will find that they don't even know what causes. You ask them. So I hear patients asking them all the time, so what causes cancer? And they're not, they don't know. They can't tell you what causes cancer. They don't know what causes degenerative diseases. They don't know, they'll tell you, most of them, they don't know what causes, if somebody asks them, so what causes autoimmune diseases? They will not be able to tell you. But the doctor of the future will give no medicine. This is Thomas Edison speaking now, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame in diet and in the cause and prevention of disease. So in order to treat something, you have to find out what causes it. If you remove the cause, by and large, you will be able to remove the symptoms. And then you will be able, if you don't have the symptoms, then you probably won't need the conventional medicines. Stop and think. Our foods have lots of fats and sugar and highly refined wheat products like bagels, bread, pastas, cereals, crackers. Our foods are highly processed. So we eat potato chips, corn chips, white rice. We indulge in fatty meat, steaks, ribs, bacon, pork chops. We eat saturated fat, hydrogenated fat, and processed vegetable fat. Example, salad dressings, peanut butter, oils, and mayonnaise. Then we have the desserts with more sugar and fats and danishes and pies and cupcakes and fudge and brownies. But you know what? We did not always eat this way. Before the 1950s, people were basically having beans. Some people could not afford meat unless you lived on a farm. So people were basically eating foods that were close enough to how God made them. But now there are so many processed foods around. It's amazing. Think again, we are stressed out running from place to place with our children, exercise very little. We have bigger houses, bigger cars, which means longer hours at work. This is a sure path to degenerative disease and premature death. And that is from one of my favorite authors, John Colbert, again. How do we change our thinking? We can start by changing the why we eat. Why do you eat? Do you eat because something tastes good and your flesh is craving it? Or do you eat because you are providing your body with fuel to run? What's your reason for eating? My rule of thumb these days when I start eating is, okay, how is this benefiting my body? What is it going to do for me? And I think we need to have the same mindset. Food should taste good, said Hippocrates. Health first, taste and pleasure second. I know sometimes when I'm eating at work and they're like, what is that? And I explain, they're like, oh, how does it taste? And sometimes I even take the liberty after them. And you know what? You're too old to be eating for taste. You need to be eating for benefits. And then they laugh. They're like, oh, no. I can't eat that. I say, you know what? You can. And when something happens, you will. What is your body telling you? Ask yourself, are you listening to your body? Sickness and degenerative diseases are usually simply nature's way of telling you that your body is toxic and needs to be cleansed. If you are driving your car and your check engine light is on and you just ignored it, what do you think would happen? One day you will be driving down the street and then your car will just stop. And then now you have to get a tow truck, and then you have to, like, let's say your car broke down in this 10-degree weather that we're experiencing right now here in New York. Next thing you know is that you don't have a blanket in your car. Maybe your gas is low the time the tow truck comes. Oh, brother. So we don't want to do the same thing to our bodies. We want to make sure that we are doing the right things so that when you see the check engine light, you quickly change course and go get your car serviced, which is your body. Find relief through fasting. Fasting is a powerful, natural way to cleanse your body from the burden of excess toxic nutrients, such as bad fats, and from all other chemicals and toxins that cause degenerative diseases. Fasting is the safest and best way to heal the body from degenerative diseases caused by being overwhelmed with the wrong nutrients. And I don't think anyone here is confused about what wrong nutrients are. We're talking about the processed foods and so on. Periodic fasting. So now we're getting into different types of fasting. Periodic fasting is a natural biblical system for supporting and cleansing the body from built-up chemicals, fats, and other toxins. It also has amazing spiritual benefits. Periodic fasting followed by a cleansing diet will allow you to live free of the physical and neurological burden of toxins. Fasting gives your toxic, overtaxed body an opportunity to catch up with the overwhelmed task of waste removal. Here are some general benefits of fasting. Number one, it gives rest to the digestive tract. Your body uses a significant amount of energy to digest, absorb, and assimilate food. Since fresh juices are easy for the body to assimilate, they can give your digestive tract a chance to repair. This in turn gives your body a chance to catch up on the work of detoxification. This is the general principle by which we teach people not to eat at nights. If you eat at night, because the process of digestion is so complex and the body takes so much energy to digest your food, what will happen is that the blood will stay basically around the stomach area the whole night almost, trying to digest this food. Meanwhile, your brain, especially your liver, your kidneys, and all your heart and all your other vital organs are screaming, can I get some blood, please? Can I get some nutrients? Can I get some of this toxic waste out? But no, we're eating and the food is busy being digested. So we rob the other vital organs of the repair that they're supposed to receive at night. And the detox happens at night between the hours of 10 and 2. So we want to be mindful of that. Our second general benefit of fasting is juice fasting creates an alkaline environment for your body's cells and tissues so that they can start releasing waste products through the body's various channels of elimination. So we're talking, just as I just said, about your kidneys, your lungs, your urinary tract, the colon, and the skin. The cells, the tissues, and organs dump the waste from the cells into the lymphatic system and blood so that the cells are free to heal, repair, and be strengthened. When the cells are clean, they can function at peak efficiency. Even the blood and lymphatic system are cleansed. Number 3, benefit of fasting. Strengthens the immune system and helps you to live longer. Deep cleansing of every cell in your body through fasting has the wonderful added benefit of improving your appearance. Your skin is eventually Your skin, will eventually become clearer and glow with a radiance that you probably haven't seen for quite a few years. The white of your eyes become clearer and whiter, and it may even sparkle. Anybody who wants sparkling eyes? Juice fasting is the way to go. Your energy will be supercharged, mental functioning usually improves, and your body cleanses and rejuvenates. So, if you want clean skin and mental clarity, I know as we get older, we're so forgetful, we have to write down everything or set an alarm. This is one of the ways that we can use to improve those things. Types of fasting. So you have total fasting. Total fasting is thought of as the only true fasting where absolutely nothing is taken by mouth. This is the kind of fast that Jesus did in the 40 days while he was in the wilderness. While it does have some detox properties, your body must always have at least 2 quarts of water every day to sustain your life. Then there is water fasting. This is where one drinks only water for a few days. This is not the recommended type of fasting, contrary to popular belief. It is beneficial to cure many diseases, example, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, atherosclerosis, severe coronary artery disease. The disadvantage is it is difficult to function while doing a water fast only because it shuts down your bowels and there is muscle loss. Fasting with water only decreases our store of antioxidants, thus increasing your risk for organ damage. So, if you fast with water only, you shut your bowels down. One time I tried that and it did that. The danger with that is that the benefit, let me tell you about the benefit of water fasting first, just like Dr. Colbert said. The benefit is that it makes your fat dissolve really fast. So you could lose weight really fast while doing water fasting. However, the problem is the toxins live in the fat. So when the fat breaks down and the liver is not able to handle all of that, what happens is that it starts going into places that it doesn't belong, like your brain, the toxins. And then you can get many symptoms, adverse symptoms from that. So you really don't want to do that. The recommended type of fasting is the juice fasting. Some feel that juice fasting is not really fasting in the truest sense of the word, and others doubt it has the same benefits of water fasting. But it is better because it supports detoxification, it alkalizes the body, it supports the liver. One is less likely to experience weakness or hunger, and energy levels rise. Generous amounts of minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, enzymes, and phytonutrients that help the body restore and heal itself are supplied. Because when you won't sit there and probably eat like 2 bundles of kale and 2 bundles of spinach at the same time. But if you do it in juice, you can achieve that. So you get more of the nutrients in a shorter time. What other benefits are there to juice fasting? Rapid digestion. By juicing fresh fruits and vegetables, the juices are separated from the fiber and are quickly digested, absorbed, and assimilated by the body. 8 ounces of carrot juice provide the carotenoids that are equal to approximately 1.5 bags of carrots, which is similar to what I just said. You won't sit there and eat 1.5 bags of carrots, but if you juice it, you can definitely eat that. And by the way, carrots are very beneficial to combat combating cancer because of the beta carotene content. Enzymes, fresh juices are full of enzymes. Enzymes are actually organic compounds absorbed, or catalysts that increase the rate at which food is broken down and absorbed by the body. These enzymes help to preserve the body's own digestive enzymes and gives your system a much needed rest so that it can repair, recuperate, and rejuvenate. Enzymes are destroyed through cooking and processing. Bottled and packaged juices are pasteurized, which destroys the enzymes. Juicing pineapples gives extra enzyme energy. It has bromelain, which has been used for decades in treating inflammatory problems like arthritis, wound healing, digestive issues, etc. So these enzymes have been known to even eat up cancer, you know. So when we're drinking these pasteurized juices like Naked and all these other juices, and you think you're drinking healthy stuff, you're not, because the enzymes have already been destroyed with the pasteurization process. So we need to be mindful of that as well. What other benefits are there to juicing? Phytopower. The most important nutrients in fresh vegetables and juices are phytonutrients. These are simply plant-derived nutrients that contain antioxidants. Here are the incredible benefits of these mighty plant nutrients. They fight tumors and cancer. They lower cholesterol. They increase the immune function. They fight viruses. They stimulate detoxification of enzymes. They block the production of cancer-causing compounds and protect the DNA from damage. Consuming, listen to me good now. This is very important. This one line right here. If you don't get anything else from this presentation, get this one. Consuming cruciferous fruit vegetables every day is one of the best ways to protect your body from cancer. Consuming cruciferous fruit juice vegetables every day is one of the best ways to protect your body from cancer. And as I go along, I will give you a couple of recipes which you can screenshot and keep them so that you'll know what to do. Additional benefits of juice fasting. When all your body gets is a SAD diet, which is the standard American diet, your body becomes very acidic. Since our health depends on the balance between acids and alkalis, juice fasting restores that balance. Our urinary pH determines the pH of our tissues. That is why when you go to the doctor, they take blood as well as urine from you. They want to find out the pH. pH, normal pH ranges from 6.8 to 7. Most people have 5. Even though 5 is only 2 points less than 7, this means that their bodies are 100 times more acidic than a pH of 7. Juice fasting brings back the natural balance and alkalizes the tissues. Cellular constipation occurs when the body is too acidic. That is, they are unable to release waste products effectively. The energy-producing structures, or the mitochondria, become constipated and fatigue sets in. The toxins overload the cell and your body begins to deteriorate. Also, degenerative diseases begin. Juice fasting brings back the natural balance. It raises the pH. Now the cells can begin to excrete toxins. Simply put, when you have lots of fat and toxins in the cell, if you just do things to normalize the pH, then you can excrete the toxins. It makes for healthier cells. Periodic juice fasting provides the body with so much nutrition that muscle loss would be minimal, as the juice provides the nutrients, amino acids, and fuel that your liver requires to detoxify. Juicing protects your liver from enormous spray of free radicals that are released during fasting. Juicing helps us to lose weight. It helps us to remove the nutritional cravings that can cause us to overeat and gain weight. It also eliminates the fatty areas in the body where dangerous toxins and chemicals are stored. Without these stored fatty areas, toxins will have no place to hide and will be detoxified and be flushed more rapidly from your body. Again, we're talking about the fatty areas that store the toxins. The less of those you have, the healthier you will be, and the more degenerative diseases can be kept at bay. Juice fasting is designed to keep you energized enough to work, play, and enjoy your daily activities as the work to increase detoxification capabilities and the elimination of toxins. Juice fasting aids the liver in detoxification. When the fats start breaking down, the liver must get rid of them. Sometimes the liver does not have what it takes to quickly rid the toxins, so the juice provides the antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals and amino acids to assist with the process. A shower of free radicals are created when the toxins are released, and can result in liver damage if not properly dealt with. So as soon as the toxins, the liver starts breaking down the toxins, we need to have something to get rid of them. That is basically what this is saying. But in order to do that, you have to keep the colon in the game. And this is now the comparison between what the water fasting does versus what the juice fasting does. Because the toxins have to have somewhere to go. Once the liver starts breaking them down, they need to have a place to be eliminated. We talked about DDT in the last presentation, which is a toxic chemical that they spray on our food sometimes, the pesticides. Pesticides like DDT and DDE are the main reason the colon should be kept in the game. During a fast, these are released in the bloodstream at very rapid rate. If they are not eliminated, they end up in the other fatty areas, which I said before, the brain and spinal cord and peripheral nerves. So this is where you get your brain fog. This is where you get your myelin sheath in the spinal cord being damaged, and you end up with nerve problems and other issues that cause you not to be able to move, right? While on juice fasting program, drink herbal teas to keep the colon functioning. If your colon stops, be prepared to use herbal teas or even a mild enema. What is your program for toxic relief? Before you even start, please undergo a 2-week diet to strengthen and support your liver and improve elimination through your GI tract. So you're going to start with a diet 2 weeks before of cruciferous vegetables, no meat or dairy. Go on a juice fast 2 to 3 days later or longer, if desired by a doctor, which probably they will never tell you to do or approve of. But if you do 2 to 3 days, that should be enough. But you have to do it a little bit more often. Return to the special diet for your liver and GI tract for another 2 weeks. So 2 weeks of the cruciferous vegetables and no meat or dairy. Then you do your juicing, which I'm going to share the recipes with you. And then you go back to the liver cleansing diet. You will begin making lifestyle changes and plan to fast periodically to continue to clean and maintain your health. Now, before you fast, beginning the actual juice fast, you should follow a diet to support the liver for 2 weeks. I just said that, right? All right. Practice a liver support diet. You will, never mind. Let's continue. Let's move on. Pointers on fasting. Increase your intake of filtered water for 2 quarts per day and continue drinking 2 quarts of filtered water per day throughout the duration of the fast. During the fast, do not take vitamins because most of the vitamins are synthetic, right? Consume all the vitamins during the 2-week liver support diet portion, but stop taking the supplements during the fast. Stop during the juicing period and resume at after you finish for the next 2 weeks. Continue taking comprehensive vitamins, a comprehensive antioxidant and chlorophyll drink daily, even after completing the program. So you want to continue your vitamins afterwards. How long should I fast? Periodic short fasts, 2 to 3 days, are an excellent way to detoxify your body. Fasting for longer than 3 days should be done under a doctor's supervision. Beginners may start with 1 day and gradually increase up to 3 days. Under a doctor's supervision, one may fast for up to 1 to 2 weeks or even longer. Detox fast can be done several times per year. Repeated fasts for 3 days are usually enough time to cleanse the body. Repeated fasts for 3 days are usually enough time to cleanse the body. In case somebody didn't get that. Okay, what should I watch for during fasting? Sometimes when you're fasting, you might experience something called a healing crisis, right? So you could look out for lightheadedness. This is a common symptom during fasting. Therefore, do not rise up suddenly from lying or sitting during your fast period. You may experience some dizziness if you stand up too quickly. If it occurs, lay back down and elevate your feet on a few pillows. You might either experience extremes of energy, or sometimes some people experience low energy. Some feel fatigued, others more energetic. Don't be alarmed. You may start out feeling fatigued, but energy levels will rise as you go on. Your sleep habits may change. You may not need as much sleep at night as normal. You should get plenty of rest. Rest during the night at the prescribed times, and if you can, during the day as well, for about an hour. Not very long. You might experience constipation as well. And that can be a problem for reasons I described earlier. So for that, you juice pitted prunes, pitted plums, along with apples, herbal teas, and or green superfood or juice will help to prevent this. You might experience cold feet and hands. What do you do for that? Because the fasting sometimes lowers the body temperature. Do not be alarmed. Just use extra blankets or put on extra clothing. Or you could put your feet in some warm cayenne pepper water. You might see your tongue becoming coated. Your tongue may develop a white or yellow film. This film signals that your body is detoxifying. You may experience bad breath. Your breath may take an unpleasant odor or as your body detoxifies. Just keep a toothbrush with you and brush your teeth often. You might see skin eruptions. Acne, boils, rashes, and other signs may occur as a sign that your body is excreting toxins through your skin, which is the body's largest excretory organ. Your body odor may be a problem because see all those toxins are coming out. Whew. And some people develop an offensive body odor as poisons exist in the body through the sweat glands. You might become nauseous or start vomiting. This is usually a sign that you have become mildly dehydrated. This is why getting enough water during your fast is important. You might see your urine becoming darker. This means that your body is shedding poisons and that you are not consuming adequate liquids. So just increase your water intake. Added mucus drainage to your sinuses. You might see that. Bronchial tubes and GI tract. This is just the body's way of ridding itself of some of the built-up toxins that it has been storing. During the fasting, we should limit strenuous activity, refrain from doing strenuous exercise during a fast, because sometimes if you feel weak, that's not advisable. So you just take long strolls instead. Now, what are some of the helpful aids of detoxification? So we just talked about the toxins being eliminated through your skin, but there are other things that you can do to help the toxins that lodge in your skin to get rid of them, right? So you can do some exfoliating and cleansing of the skin. If the pores are clogged with dead skin cells, the impurities and toxins remain locked inside the body, placing stress on your liver and kidneys, which may eventually lead to toxic overload. So you can do something called dry skin brushing. It is very effective in keeping the pores open and clear. Our skin should be allowed to breathe. Brushing stimulates the body and lymph flow throughout the body, leading to a more efficient removal of waste. So how do we do this skin brushing? You're going to start with you invest in a loofah sponge, natural, or a brush with soft natural bristles, right? And you start with the soles of your feet, working up to your legs, your torso, your arms, and until you have brushed the entire body. Just don't brush your face. And you use firm, hard strokes, brushing towards your heart to increase the blood flow. So you could your arms, you brush this way every time towards your heart. Okay. The feet, the same thing. The up your legs and up your thighs and up your abdomen, and put it over and brush up to your heart. So everything goes up to your heart so that you can increase the circulation and the blood flow. The entire brushing process should take approximately 5 minutes due to increased circulation and feel warm. So this is a great way to help this process. You might also want to sit in a sauna. This is another way that you can help with your detox. This can assist in getting rid of the toxins. The Sauna uses an infrared radiant heat source similar to those used by physiotherapists. This superior method of detoxification allows your body to secrete up to 3 times more perspiration than that of conventional saunas. This natural process assists the body in ridding harmful toxins and may ultimately burn up to 333 calories during a 20 to 30 minute session. It also breaks up the water molecules that hold toxins within the body, thus allowing the body to rid more toxins from sweating. I know some people don't like to sweat, but when you sweat, you are excreting toxins, which we need to do very frequently. And also, the infrared sauna is a great way to help with that. Now, we go to our shopping list, the things that we would need to do our juice fasting. So you're going to need carrots, cabbage, apples, cucumbers, beets, celery, parsley, berries, dandelion root, lemons, limes, grapefruit, pineapple, ginger, watermelon, garlic, greens, tomatoes, sweet potatoes. Now, you want to buy these things organic. And I know there's a big controversy out there going on with that organic stuff because you're not sure, but I'm still going to say we're going to need organic because you know what? If we are trying to get rid of chemicals in our body, we don't need to be adding them, right? So organic fruits and vegetables may be found at your local health food stores or even in some of the large food chains like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. What if you cannot find organics? I know somebody's asking the question in their mind, right? Take special care to clean your fruits and vegetables to remove all waxes and chemicals. Look for thicker peels. The thicker peels, the thicker the peel, the safer the fruit. For example, bananas. They have thick peel and generally have little pesticide in the actual fruit. That is, unless they are grown in third world countries where pesticides are used to grow the actual fruit. These also include oranges, lemons, tangerines, grapefruits, and watermelon. Then the thin peel fruits now, and thin peel vegetables like apples, strawberries, kiwis, cherries, carrots, lettuce, corn, broccoli, spinach, potatoes, peaches, grapes, blackberries, blueberries, tomatoes, etc. Tomatoes, spinach, and potatoes have some of the highest level of pesticides and waxes. And waxes on the fruits also contain pesticides, right? So how do we wash those off? You may purchase a natural biodegradable cleanser from most health food stores. They have those fruit washes. Use it gently to rub wax off and then rinse the produce off. Produce can also be soaked in a mild detergent such as pure Castile soap and gently scrub and rinse. Then, or you can wash off the produce waxes with hydrogen peroxide. So what you're going to do for that is fill the sink halfway with cold water, 1 tablespoon, 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide. Soak the produce for 5 to 15 minutes and then rinse thoroughly with fresh water. Soak fruits with thin peels and leafy vegetables for only 5 minutes. So you don't want to put like your spinach in a 15-minute bath. You just don't want to do that. Or our great author says you can use bleach. So you fill up your sink halfway and put a teaspoon of Clorox bleach. It must be the Clorox bleach, regular Clorox, not the knockoff ones, right? And soak for 5 to 15 minutes, depending on what it is, and rinse thoroughly for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so how do we choose a juicer now? Now that we have our vegetables and our fruits washed, how do we choose a juicer? There are many types of juicers, but you may start with an inexpensive one, or you may use the Vitamix, which liquefies the entire fruit or vegetable and provides more fiber along with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, and enzymes. And they have Ninja and others. By and large, you want to do your research to, I'm not gonna, I don't know if I should tell you which one I use, but the one that I use, it's a cold pressed juicer, right? And what I like about it is that the pulp is low when you're finished, meaning it rings the fruits, like the fruits and okay, princess, I see you. It rinses the fruits. It rings the fruits like really dry. And also it comes out in a more, what should I say, nectary kind of juice. And it's easy to clean. And also, what else I like about it? You can put whole fruits and big, large pieces inside, right? And it juices fast. You can set it and forget it, and you come back and there's your juice, right? And you can do batch juicing. Some people they'll tell you when you're juicing, drink the juice directly, like within 15 minutes to half an hour after juicing it. But with this one, you can do batch juicing, and it can last for, to preserve the nutrients, of course, and it can last for like up to 3 to 4 days, right? So yes, that is the one that I use, and it works for me, right? The tech team says put the name in the chat, but we'll talk about that later. Fasting guidelines. The day before you fast, prepare yourself for the fast by eating only fruits and vegetables. And also, you want to pray. You want to ask God to help you to stick to the program, right? You want to ask for endurance because it's easy to be tempted to eat, right? Begin your juice fast on the weekend. In doing so, you will be able to spend more time resting. If you experience any side effects, it will not interfere with your job. Also, resting will allow the body to use the energy for healing and detoxifying. Do not use prepared juices. It is important. You see these ones I have in the right side that I talked about? Yeah, those are not the right types of juice that we should use. It is important to use raw, fresh vegetables. They contain living enzymes, which we talked about earlier, phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, etc. Bottled and prepared juices have been pasteurized and have lost their properties. So what's the point, right? Do not drink coffee, alcohol, or soft drinks. During your fast, drink only juices and herbal teas. You may also sip soup, both by slightly warming vegetable juice. I said warm, not hot. Limit teas to herbal teas. Drink 2 quarts of distilled water per day. And you're going to swip your juices slowly. A matter of fact, Courtney will tell you that you need to eat your juice, right? And you want to kind of like shake them around in your mouth a little bit for them to mix with your own the enzymes that your body produces, so that you get better digestion by the time they get down to your stomach. Do not gulp them down, please. Do not drink preparing produce. Peel the oranges and grapefruits, leaving on the white part. Now, anybody can tell me why we're leaving on the white part? Anyone?
The quercetin in it, which is good for
Thank
us.
you so much. Okay, and what does quercetin do? Somebody tell me. Anybody? All right. So quercetin, by and large, helps us to combat allergies, and it has other benefits for the heart as well. All right, and leave the skin on other vegetables. So don't peel the carrots and the beets and so on. Leave them on. Discard the green top portion of carrots since they may contain a toxic substance. Now, this is controversial, but I think other researchers say that if you use the tops of the carrots, it's very beneficial as well, because what they say? Yeah, if you use them, it's very beneficial, and the amount of the carotene that is in there is not enough to cause any harm. So that's that research, right? Slice the vegetables and fruits so they fit nicely into your juicer. Like I said, the one that I use, you don't need to do all of that. Drink the juice immediately after juicing. Do not store them, except you're using one of those juicers that you can do batch juicing with, that it's cold pressed, that preserve the enzymes, because the ones that are fast, that make a lot of noise, those tend to destroy your nutrients because they heat up the juice before you can drink them. So you want to drink those immediately. Okay, so this author is saying it begins to lose nutritional value when a cucumber is sliced, it loses 40 to 50% of its vitamin C content within the first few hours. A cantaloupe that has been sliced loses 1/3 of its vitamin C. So that's the soon after part, even though most of our recipes do not contain cantaloupe, but it can be done. All right, what are the best fruits and veggie choices? When drinking juice, keep in mind that some fruits and vegetables provide more health benefits than others. Cleansing fruits and vegetables include cabbage and other cruciferous vegetables, greens, dandelion greens, sprouts, celery, carrots, lemons, limes, apples, beets, etc. What are the best fruit and veggie choices? For ultimate detoxification, drink 1 juice drink per day of cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, broccoli, and beets. These are great healers and detoxifiers for the liver and enhance the flow of bile. Do include dandelion roots and dandelion leaves to support the liver in its detox process during the fast. The basics of juice fasting. Now I'm going to give you some recipes that you can use, because I know that when people tell us to juice, myself included, I'm like, what do I juice? And how much do I juice? So now in the morning and for lunch, you can juice fruits and vegetables. In the afternoon, you can juice vegetables. When creating your own juices, there are 4 main vegetables that should form the base of each juice: carrots, celery, apples, and tomatoes. By themselves, they can be drunk and taste good, right? Everybody agree? But when you mix them with other things, they form a good base. One of these should make up the greatest portion of your juice, as they combine well with other fruits and vegetables, and they are able to disguise the taste of veggies you may not like, such as cabbage and greens. When you add greens, such as collard greens, spinach, broccoli, parsley, wheatgrass, dandelion, they should make up no more than 1/4 of the juice that you're about to drink. The following recipes should make 8 to 12 juice, or maybe even 16 ounces. So I want everybody now to just get your camera ready so you can see what it is that you can drink for breakfast during the fast. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner juice is coming up. So you can either, if you're using a computer, you can go ahead and screenshot, and take a picture, or if you have a phone, you can use it to do a screenshot. So breakfast drink: 1 small lime peeled, 1 cup of berries, 3 oranges peeled, 1 scoop green superfood, which is optional. Optional, yes, but I recommend that you do the superfoods. Why? Because they provide more nutrients and they keep you full longer, right? And they reduce the cravings as well. Breakfast 2 drink: 4 carrots, a handful of parsley, 2 apples, 1 scoop of green superfood. Next set of breakfast juices: 1 pink grapefruit peeled, half a small lime or lemon peeled, 1 apple, 1 scoop green superfood, which is optional. Breakfast 4, 4 carrots, 1 apple, 1 beet, 1 beet, 1 scoop of green superfood. Yes, that is correct, Sister Marcia. You can put that in there. And I have a list of things that you can put in there, which I will share with you in a little while. Breakfast juice 5, 2 apples, ½ inch sliced ginger root, half small lemon, 1 scoop green superfood. Add water to equal 8 ounces. Breakfast 6, 1 cup strawberries, blueberries, or blackberries, 1 pink grapefruit peeled, 1 scoop green superfood. Mid-morning snack: 2 celery stalks, 2 apples, 2 carrots. Snack 2, 1 handful of parsley, 4 carrots, 1 apple. Mid-morning snack 3, 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, 1 apple, 1 beet, 3-inch sliced pineapple with skin, 1/4-inch ginger root, a handful of parsley. Then for snack 5 for the mid-morning, 4 carrots, a handful of spinach, collard greens or beet greens, and 1 apple. Cut watermelon in sections for snack 6, and juice enough watermelon to make 8 ounces of juice. Mid-morning snack, half cantaloupe, 1 cup blueberries. Lunch juices, 2 celery stalks, 2 carrots, a handful of parsley, a clove of garlic. 1 beet, 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, 2 and half sweet potato, uncooked. Then lunch 3, 1/4 to half head of cabbage, a handful of collard greens, 2 carrots, 1 apple. Lunch juice 4, a handful of parsley, 1 tomato, 1 cucumber, celery stalks, 2 celery stalks, 1 clove of garlic. More lunch juices, a handful of dandelion greens or dandelion root, 2 celery stalks, and 4 carrots, sorry. Lunch 6, 2 celery stalks, 2 carrots, 1 beet, half the quarter cabbage head. For in the evening, you can do half, 1/4 to half cabbage head, 2 stalks of celery, half a cucumber. Evening juice, 2 medium tomatoes, 2 celery stalks, half cucumber, a handful of alfalfa or broccoli sprouts, 1 garlic clove. Evening juice, 2 carrots, 1 beet, half a cucumber, 2 celery stalks. Number 4, 4 carrots, a handful of collard greens, spinach or beet greens, 1 clove of garlic, and a handful of parsley. So I see them as you get closer to bed time. They want you to put the parsley in there. Why? Because parsley is heavy metal. It helps you to get rid of heavy metal. It gives you a heavy metal detox. So they put that closer to bed so that when you go to bed by 9 or 9:30, the repair takes place and pulls those things out of your brains and other parts of your body. Another evening juice, 4 carrots, a handful of dandelion leaves. This is another good liver support juice. Why are cruciferous vegetables important? It is critically important to drink at least 1 juice with cabbage or broccoli and 1 juice of beets each day to increase the support of the liver during detox, as well as to enhance the flow of bile. Any of these juice combinations can be juiced first and then slowly warmed, but do not overheat them or boil them, as you can destroy the enzymes. When warmed, may be had as soup. They should be warm, not hot. So here are some soups: 2 cloves of garlic, half a cucumber, 2 celery stalks, a handful of spinach. 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, a handful of parsley, and a clove of garlic. 2 tomatoes, soup 3, 2 tomatoes, 1 cucumber, 2 celery stalks, and 1 clove of garlic. Soup 4, 1/4 to half head of cabbage, 2 celery stalks, 2 carrots, and a handful of parsley. Another soup, 1 cucumber, 2 tomatoes, a handful of parsley, and 1 clove of garlic. You may add dulse, a dash of dulse powder to it. That has a lot of vitamin K, calcium, iron, and iodine in it. And as Marcia was saying, you can add some sea moss in it. That has like almost 100 minerals, if not more, in it. Yeah, you could put some sea moss gel in it as well. What herbal teas should be used during the fast? We have milk thistle and dandelion. Those are our chief. So certain herbs are very important in supporting the liver detoxification process, right? The milk thistle protects the liver from toxins, and the dandelion helps increase the production of bile. Now, we know that bile breaks up fat, right? But the thinner the bile, it thins out the bile, because the thinner the bile, the more toxins you will be excreting, and it stimulates the gallbladder to excrete the bile. You need to drink the milk thistle tea every day during your fast, along with the dandelion, to protect the liver and help rid the body of bile, which contains many of the toxins, like what I just said. Teas can be sweetened with a small amount of honey if you so choose. You can drink asparagus tea and nettle tea. Since toxins are eliminated primarily through the GI tract and kidneys, it is critically important to support the kidney during a fast. These teas have diuretic properties. So they're like your Lasix, right? And other diuretics that they may give you. This also supports the kidney, so toxins can be removed more rapidly. Another channel of elimination is your kidney. So you want to do, we did the skin before, now we're doing the liver, we're doing the kidney. You want to open up all those channels and get those toxins out, right? Chamomile tea benefits digestion and also has calming effects. So it's great for you to get a good night's rest, right? And you could use sleepy time tea, an effective remedy for those who suffer from insomnia. For those of us who can't sleep, there's an important remedy that you can use. Smooth move tea, an excellent herbal tea to temporarily help with regularity during a juice fast. So this smooth move tea, you can make your own, or you could buy it in the store. It consists of senna, licorice, fennel, peppermint, ginger, and Chinese cinnamon. That's all. Breaking your fast. Your digestive tract has been at rest. This means that hydrochloric acid and pancreatic enzymes may not be available to help you digest proteins, starches, and fats right away. Therefore, the longer your fast time, the more slowly you should come off your fast. If your fast is 1 to 2 days, you can eat fruit the first day, then go back on the initial liver support diet. Eat fresh the first day now. You eat fresh fruits like apples, watermelon, grapes, and fresh berries as often as every 2 to 3 hours, right? Do not eat papaya or pineapple on the first day after your fast. These fruits contain strong enzymes that may upset your stomach. Fruits with the highest water content, like watermelon, are the easiest to digest. So after the fast, do not eat the pineapples. Have fruit in the morning. For lunch and dinner, have a bowl of fresh vegetable soup for lunch or dinner. Eat slowly and chew your food very well. Be sure not to overeat. Ensure that you continue to drink 2 quarts of filtered water per day. You may also continue to drink your juices once or twice per day. So I know you've been fasting a lot. You feel like, oh, I've been fasting for 3 days. I need to eat. No. Do it very slowly. You may add, like at the hospital, after somebody has been on a fast for a procedure or something, we don't immediately start them on food. We start with liquids, clear liquids, then we graduate up to full liquids, then we do soft, and then we get them back on their diet. That is how it's usually done. It's no different here. You may add to the fruit and vegetable soup a salad, or this is the day 3 now after the fast. You may also add a slice of whole grain bread like Ezekiel bread, rice bread, or millet bread. The 4th day after the fast, you may introduce a small amount of proteins, 2 ounces. Just remember, the key is eating slowly and chewing very well. Drink water 30 minutes before your meal, but not more than 4 ounces with your meal. Or do not overeat. This is from the author, but we recommend that you wait 2 hours after you eat to even drink water. Special advice for facial problems. If you have candidiasis, food allergies and parasites, if you regularly experience excessive bloating, gas and diarrhea, you may be suffering from candidiasis, bacterial overgrowth in the small intestines, or even parasitic infections. You may also be suffering from malabsorption, maldigestion, increased intestinal permeability, that will be leaky gut, food allergies, or food sensitivity. If you have any of these symptoms, we recommend that you get a stool analysis with parasitology, a test for intestinal permeability, and a food allergy test. Okay, time is going. Let me wrap up real fast. If you have hyperglycemia, grind a teaspoon of flaxseed or psyllium husk and add it to your juice. If you experience pain, bloating, gas, or diarrhea after drinking one of the juices, simply try another juice. Once you identify which item you are sensitive to, you have the opportunity to eliminate it from your diet. I want everyone on this platform, having said all that, once you have done the spring cleaning in your body, try your best not to go back to your former lifestyle. Allow your detox to be the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Try to drink 8 to 16 ounces of juice, vegetables, and fruits daily, and use green superfood on a daily basis, which would be equal to 6 servings of vegetables every day. If we can do that, we should be fine. We will be healthy. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, avoid dairy and processed foods. Choose good fats like extra virgin olive oil instead of saturated hydrogenated fats. And to maintain, you can do a lemonade master cleanse for maintenance. You may use this master cleanse periodically to help your body detoxify, and that would be 2 tablespoons of squeezed lemon, 1 tablespoon of 100% pure maple syrup, 1/10 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 8 ounces of spring water, and a little bit of stevia to taste. Mix it to 12 glasses a day. Eat or drink nothing except water, laxative herbal tea, peppermint tea, or chamomile. So I do this now on like Wednesdays, just to maintain. Remember, your body is the temple of God. Purpose in your heart to keep it strong, healthy, and functional. Continue to do periodic fast every 2 to 3 months, depending on the degree of toxicity. If you have a degenerative disease, you will reap a long harvest of good health. John 2 says, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospereth. You will fulfill the scriptural truth in your own body and the bodies of your family members by sowing to your health and reaping the reward of divine health. May the Lord continue to bless you all, and I hope you garnered something from this presentation that you can use in your daily lives. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying with us. Now we will entertain some questions if you have some. Or you could type in the chat.
Okay.
Can
Do
I
I
see
have
that
to raise my
master
hand?
cleanse? Can you show the flyer for the master cleanse real quick, please?
Okay, let's do that. Did you get it, Sister Vera?
I did, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. There are some questions in the chat. Someone,
Okay.
yes, is asking, what about liquid vitamin D during the fast? This is And also, can you use vinegar to wash your fruits?
Yes, you can. You can use vinegar to wash your fruits, and you can take the liquid vitamin D during the fast. The liquid vitamin D should be an everyday thing, except in the summertime when you choose to go outside. If you're not going outside in the sun or taking in the sun, then you need it. We can avoid a plethora of diseases if we just keep our vitamin D levels in normal range. Above 50 is the recommended, even though the doctors will tell you it's 30 or above.
Okay, there's another question. Doesn't cruciferous vegetable block iodine uptake because of the goitrogenic they contain, which will ultimately interfere with the thyroid function processes?
They do, but I forgot to mention that we need to when we do the green leafy vegetables, lemon juice, what one author says, we should marinate the green vegetables in lemon juice before we juice them, or we can simply add the lemon to the juice afterwards. If you are drinking, one author recommends that for those who have thyroid problems, that you include the kelp in those cruciferous vegetable juices to kind of like balance out the effects to the thyroid.
What is the green superfood? What is that?
Okay, so there is there's a mixture that you can get, and it typically contains spinach powder, moringa, spirulina, chlorella, and I think one more thing, but those are what they usually have in the superfood mix.
Sometimes they have barley grass, the barley grass.
They have wheat and barley grass in it sometimes too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just
and sometimes even the sea moss powder. They have all those powders that they consider superfoods.
And they mix them together.
And they mix them together, yeah.
Okay, you mix them together in water or water and juice or what?
You can mix them in water. You can mix them in juice. Okay. They are usually high in iron. So if you mix them in something like orange juice, for example, it will help the iron in them absorb.
Because of the C, because of the vitamin C.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
There's
can I ask one more
question? Someone
Sister Lorna,
Sister Lorna,
you have raised hands. If they would like to ask a question, they can raise their hands. You have 3 raised hands. Natalie Duane's first, Nala, and then Al.
Okay, all right. Please go ahead with the raise hands.
Thank you for answering my question. Thank you, Sister Marie. Thank you so much for the presentation. That was beautiful, even though I came on late. Donnelly, that is such a great information. My question to you, based on what you just covered, so if I have someone, well, you did answer one of the questions with the thyroid. My question is, see, if someone want to do this kind of fast and they also want to do a detox, should they do the detox first? I know you did say within the protocol that, detox, but there are things that we can purchase, like for instance, Eden Lifestyle, they have like a detox. Can we do the detox and then afterwards go on that protocol?
Well, this really is the detox. You just detox using juice. Okay. And, this is the detox.
So you're getting rid of parasites.
This is one type of detox.
Oh, this is another form of detox. So like as far as getting rid of parasites, whatever, candida, certain. So this is the entire detox you're saying.
Well, what would happen is that if you have parasites, you would do like specific juices for that.
Okay.
depending on what your issue is for going
Right.
on the detox in the first place. This is like a general detox, but they have then you would have to get like a consultation to get a specific type of detox to go through the parasites. Even using the juice, for example, if you had parasites, then instead of juicing a pineapple, then you would probably juice a papaya. You
Right.
understand?
Correct.
With the seeds and everything. Yeah.
Right.
And maybe
Right.
add like some castor oil to it or something, or some
Okay.
turpentine. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. And then one more. So I'm sorry. And then what if, okay, as far as, with the different channels that we're supposed to detox, the liver, the lymphatic system. So doing this kind of will actually, with these different channels or,
Yes, this
okay.
will aid all the channels of elimination
Okay. All right. Good. Thanks. Thank you so much
because
again. That was great information. Mhm.
because the different fruits and vegetables pander to different organs
Thank
or
you.
all of them.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
once you get your liver clean, your blood will be clean. So all the blood going through those organs become clean.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next hand. Next person with a raised hand.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. So when it comes to the sauna, can any sauna do the same job as an infrared ray, or does it have to be a infrared ray sauna?
Well, any sauna could do the job while as long as you are sweating, which is what you want. It's just that with the infrared rays now, they penetrate deep below the skin or below the surface of the skin to root out the toxins, if that makes sense. But if you're talking about like the regular heating saunas, yes, those are good just to make you sweat. But the infrared rays have added benefits. That's what I'm saying. Nala,
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. I appreciate you. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, again. The next one is Al or Al in the chat.
Al,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for the presentation, Miss Donnelly. When you mentioned your juicer, what type of juicer did you say it is?
Okay, so I am
Not
not
the
selling.
brand, not the brand, just a type. I want to know
Okay,
if it's the same
okay.
as a
It's
masticator.
it's
Cold
cold
press.
pressed.
Cold press.
The cold press juicer.
Is the cold press the same as a masticator?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so. I think so. I think so.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure because you were talking about the difference with having to use your juice right away or storing it for a day or two. And I
Oh,
think the
okay.
masticator works where it, preserve the nutrients.
I think it
And so
is.
I wanted to know if it's the same as yours.
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
I have one of the less expensive ones that I was just trying out to see how it works. But I found that some things it just doesn't break up as easily and they get stuck. So
Okay.
I went and bought one of the more advanced ones. So
Okay.
and that works beautifully. Like when you want to start juicing stuff like what's that thing? Horseradish. Oh my gosh, forget it. But this one does well with the horseradish, so I really like
Well, well, you still have to tell us the name of yours
it. It's the
since it
Nama
works so
J2.
well. Uh,
It's the Nama J2. I didn't want to like promote any specific brand, in case somebody is like, well, whatever. I'm not selling the juicer. I'm not, like
okay.
marketing for it or anything. But I can tell you that I like it because it works very well. And it's
Thank
quiet.
you.
And it works for me because I'm a busy kind of individual. So you can just set it and forget it, and then you just open up the lid and you get your juice and you pour it in your bottle and you go about your business. But other thing that I wanted to mention is when you're filling up your bottles, right? Try to fill the bottles as far up as possible, the jars, as far up as possible to avoid oxidation.
Yeah.
So you want to keep the oxygen out of there so that it keeps the juice fresh longer. But don't keep them for more than 4 days. Then your nutrients are all gone. Even though
Thank you
you
very
use,
much.
you're welcome.
Okay, just one more question. Are we all finished with the raised hands? Because I really can't see them. No more raised hands? Any more raised hands?
No, I don't. Wait. Jacqueline Higgins? No.
Okay, all right. Just one more question I saw in the chat. Somebody was asking, what about marine phytoplankton?
Yeah, that is great. You can definitely include that, especially if somebody has something severe like cancer. That is great in fighting cancer. You could add all those things to your juice. You will get added benefits, believe me.
What is that? Marine phytoplankton? What is that?
It's called marine phytoplankton. It's one of those sea vegetables like seaweed, like somebody's Chef Natalie is saying right now. Yeah, like kelp and spirulina, like it's in that family, but it's very, very potent.
Thank you.
Nara, you raised your hand again, or that's an old hand you had?
Yeah, I raised my hand again. I just put the question in the chat. Can you see the chat?
Let me see. Can you see it, Sister Lorna?
I'm looking. Which one that says, I have a powder food grade purchase from Amazon. Who is that? That's the one. That's the one.
I don't know. Let me see.
It's from Courtney T. I don't see a question from Sister Nala.
Courtney, can you unmute and ask your question, please, if you have one?
Oh, the person was talking about the marine phytoplankton.
Okay, I think I see
Paula is asking, what's a great recipe to fight an alcoholic liver? I think this is another program.
I know. But you know what? For me, any start is a start. Start with these juices, especially with the beets. Anything that supports the liver, like the beets and the dandelion.
.com for if you want to sell your donation. Please do not send cash. You can mail your donation to Healing of the Nation Virtual Ministries. P.O. Box 1174, Valley Stream, New York. And also, we have been here for a while, but if you're interested, you can go to the breakout room. We have prayer time in the breakout room if you want to join in prayer. Thank you very much, Sister Donna Lee, and thank you each and every one. Please remember, next week it's heart health. Please, I don't know if we have that flyer, but we will have a heart health presentation coming next Sabbath afternoon. Do we have that flyer to show? Okay, if not, next week the topic is Dr. Marvin Randall will speak to us on about heart health. So please remember to join us and share the link, share the information with your family and friends. Thank you all for joining. And with this, we're going to close and then we go to the breakout room. Father, we thank you for the time you have allowed us to spend in your presence in this presentation. We ask you, dear Lord, that you specially bless Sister Donna Lee and all who was here today. Help us, dear Lord, that as we go, this information will not go from us, but we will use it to benefit our health and to build our system so that we can be in health and prosper, as you have said in your word. Thank you, I praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. God bless you. But good night.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
everyone.
Sister Donnelly and everyone. Thank you.
Yes, and
Blessed night.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, sister. Have a good week, everybody.
Blessings, blessings,
Be back here next
everyone.
week.
Please don't forget this
Have a blessed week,
presentation as you
everyone.
go. Please use the information you have gained here. And if you need more information, you can contact the Han Ministry.
Definitely.
Temperance. Ear. Rest.